Good evening, you're about to listen to our programming. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, interview guests, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we try to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes the terrible siren.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
And now, broadcasting from the heart of Metro Detroit, you're listening to The Odd Pod.
Double the D's for double the fun.
We'll do it live!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we will do it live. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, I'm going to make sure that I get everyone stirring, especially my spouse. There she is. See? She stirred.
I hate it. I hate it here. Help.
Welcome to one of the last two episodes of The Odd Pod. That is right. We are ending The Odd Pod.
Yay! It's over!
Everyone can go home now. The experiment failed. No, actually, what we're doing is we're ending The Odd Pod and we're rebranding. You might have noticed that.
Again!
Yeah. Yeah.
Again! Let's go again! Another one. You
but
should have had that queued up for tonight. Another one.
The reason that we're rebranding is a smart one and a good one.
Yes.
Because
To
everyone. And if they don't agree,
Stop it.
then they're not one of us. Simple as that. But anyways, we're rebranding for the reason of visibility. I realize that there are a couple of other Odd Pod podcasts out there, and it was getting to be difficult to stand out or have people easily find us. So about 2.5 weeks ago, I started using the hashtag Cult of Odd. And I wanted the tag for that with all of our posts. Everyone that was sharing the stuff was instructed to leave hashtag Cult of Odd. They didn't ask. They didn't question.
No. Which might be the weirdest thing. Oh, stop it. I'm done with you walking around this house calling him leader. It's really getting creepy, dude. Good morning, leader. Stop it.
Maybe you should just get on board with that.
No. Never.
Just remember, in any good cult, there's always someone willing to.
Good! They can deal with the bullshit.
But no, so I just said, you start using the hashtag Cultivad. And nobody really questioned it.
Why did nobody question when you start using a cult hashtag? That's where I start going, maybe.
Well, from day one, he said he wanted to start his own religion.
No. Do you realize that that's why he did this?
Oh, I know.
Us talking about his religion and making fun that it was going to be a cult, that's why he did this. Can you please stop?
No.
Branding and marketing is something I'm really good at.
I hate it. It's weird to think that I'm the first lady of a cult.
Well, but so nobody questioned it, and I ran with it, and I did some checking on the back end of things. Mm-hmm. And I found that not only was nobody ever using the hashtag Cult of Odd, nobody was using it as a podcast name. Nobody. I'm the only
Single
one.
person.
So I quietly changed everything.
Yeah. Some people got notified on Facebook that
Right.
it was changed.
But I didn't say that I was changing everything. I
everything
just went
just
through and changed.
We got a couple of messages like, what? Okay.
As of January 1st, the Odd Pod becomes the Cult of Odd. And as such, we're going to play with it. We're going to have some fun.
Like the new intros tonight.
If you noticed, yes, the new intros. There are also new audio bits that'll be there. We are one, and we hope that you will be one with us.
I hated it. The fact that all of us, so this has been a topic of our household for the last week and a half, but the fact that every time you come up with something new for it, we're all just like, yeah, okay, and then when it's in practice, it's like, ooh, this is weird.
I don't think it's weird. I like it.
Of course you would.
And I will be honest, it seems to be the consensus.
I know.
Because there are 3 people that I had to run this change by.
Yeah.
And the first one is my station manager, which he was like, hell yeah, man, that's great. Go for it. The next one is my publicist, who was like, yeah, I like it. It's catchy. It'll
be fine, yeah.
It'll make you stand out. And based on the way I described the show, he's like, yeah, that'll work. And then the third person also told me that it was okay. And the third person is also important, but we're not going to mention why. We're just going to say I had 3 people I had to run the name change by, and it all got their stamp of approval. And it was at that moment that I decided, okay, let's do this.
Oh, yes, the recent graduate of Jim Jones Sidestepping Bullshit Academy.
Yep.
Kool-Aid.
As such...
Flavor Aid, motherfucker. Flavor Aid.
As such, all of the merch that has the Odd Pod logo and anything to do with the Odd Pod will be pulled down at 11:59 on December 31st. So if there's anything that you've had your eye on, now is the time to get it. Because as of January 1st, the Odd Pod will be no more. We are starting the new year fresh as the Cult of Odd.
It's our rebirth. We are being born as the Cult of Odd.
Don't you want to be born with us?
Don't you want to be new? Don't you want to be completely renewed? We just got creepy.
Who just said so? I'm just going to say this about Planky. He's probably one of the most supportive people on the face of the planet. That is
It's
correct.
So true.
But I will also say that Planky loves my wild ass ideas because they always seem to land me on my feet.
I have seen. So Planky was over here recently, and I remember you talking about this to him, and then just watching his face go, We'll do it, man. Yeah, but the look on his face as you were talking was like, this motherfucker has lost his mind, and I'm going to ride the crazy wave. It was fun.
Worked so far. It hasn't worked out bad for him yet.
No.
All the merch is coming down, and we are going to put up, I've already got new designs and stuff that I've been working on. There's going to be stuff going up fairly quickly. So if there is anything that you've had your eye on, get it while you can, because it will be gone.
Let me say, the poster you just designed that will be going up after everything comes down is probably the most beautiful poster I've ever seen you make. I'm so proud of that poster. It's so beautiful.
Well, I used some of the little extra money that I had.
Yeah.
And I bought a few things to help with my graphic designing.
Yeah, I really think that was probably the prettiest thing you've ever done. You've done a lot of great designs.
Oh, honey, I've done you.
Cut my mic. I'm done.
That was a compliment. What are you upset about? I called you pretty.
The look on your face. That's why.
Anyways, continue.
Your words are different than your eyes say. Stop it. No, it...
That's why Jim Jones wore those sunglasses.
No, that was all the cocaine.
That too.
Anyway.
Cocaine!
Why do you turn into the principal from American Dad? Cocaine. Oh, it's been a long week, but I I'm really proud of the new work that you're doing with the Cult of Odd stuff. Like, everything that you've made, it's like the Midas touch. It's turned to gold. It's been absolutely beautiful. When you hit a streak of inspiration and you run with it, it's amazing what you can come up with. And I love that. However, what I do not love is the time that you've been working 14-hour days and I have yet to see you at all this week.
I'm right here.
This is still work.
Yeah.
This is still work.
A cult life is never an easy one.
A cult or a cult?
Both.
Correct.
Cthulhu.
Listen, enough about that coffee cup.
Cthulhu. But no,
you guys see that, by the way?
Cthulhu fits though because we've added the tentacles. I wanted the logo to look squiddish.
And it does. And it's beautiful.
Octopi-ish, squidish, whatever. Cephalopodish. They're passing things around.
I didn't get to show him the cup from last year.
Yeah.
Saw that.
How they were spelled.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Starbucks cup.
yeah, it's Cult of Odd is starting at the beginning of the year. We have interviews all through the month of January and into February. Coming tonight, we have an interview roulette with Mark Christopher Lawrence, a great character actor, comedian. He's also a really spiritual dude. Like he seems to be
one of the most sincere people you've ever spoken to.
Yeah.
Like, he is... You could see it, like, it wasn't like he is an actor. Like, he was a person who happens to be an actor, and he was just excited to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
He was the nicest person.
He's a dude who acts versus an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I literally, like, Mark Christopher Lawrence is like one of those dudes that you could run into at your buddy's house and hang out and build a friendship with. He's like a cool dude.
He seems like a total sweetheart.
I mean, I got him to sing.
He sang to you. That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys will actually hear that. That's part of the interview roulette. But Mr. Brown said I got Ollie a bath bomb for Christmas.
Yay!
Is it in the mailbox?
Wait, does it actually explode? Because knowing you, Mr. Brown, it would be shaped like an actual bomb.
Yeah.
Got an idea for
Knowing who listens to this show, I probably shouldn't say the word bomb too many times.
Bum, 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 bum.
Stop. We're using cult and bomb in the same show. I should stop. I'm going to stop saying bomb.
I want you to know tonight, for the first song block, we have that new song from the Chinchillionaires.
Yay again!
We have Cup of Cheer. We also have a song from Carmel Liberti, Christmas on the Rocks.
Yay.
And one that I made.
I know what it is.
It's the only Christmas song that I made.
I know.
What?
You're so special.
I thought it turned out well. But it is Christmas Eve, and as such, we have some stuff in store for you that is dealing directly with the whole holliest of and jolliest of holidays.
Hate it. Don't you?
I can't stand Christmas. All of the songs, though, tonight are Christmas songs.
heavy quotations on that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had to sit here and listen to him go through 1,000 songs and pull this.
Some of them are shorter songs, so your song blocks are going to be a little longer than normal. You might get 4 songs instead of 3 or 5 songs instead of 3 just because the songs themselves are short. However, they are all Christmas songs.
Every time.
Come on, there's great stuff in here. There really is. It's not any of the stuff that, like, there might be 1 or 2 that you've heard before, but I guarantee there is a lot in this list you've never heard before. So you're going to want to stay through the whole show tonight, because there's music in them there hills.
My God. My God.
I do also want to let you know that next week, our last show, we'll have the boys back together again. Ace and Corey will be joining me for the last episode of the Odd Pod. We'll see if they'll want to stick around and join the Cult of Odd.
We both know they've already joined the cult behind the scenes.
Yeah.
This is your right-hand man and your altar boy. You want to take a guess at who's who?
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
I'm going to say Corey's the altar boy.
You're right.
150%.
Yeah.
Although, even though Ace is like my right-hand man, those roles are more realistically flipped because Corey will do damn near anything I ask him to do.
So will the altar boy.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to tell you here.
But you would also figure that the right-hand man would do that, and he
The
will
right-hand
not.
man is one you discuss things with.
Hey, I'm going to do this. What do you think? I don't think you should do it. Good to know. Corey.
That's exactly what it's like, too. Every single time.
Well, I've been showing Ace the change and stuff. Like I wanted to make sure that he was like, no, I'm not joining a cult. Fuck that. Nope. It's not a cult.
Not again.
It's just a podcast. It's not a cult.
No, a podcast.
It may look like a cult, walk like a cult, and talk like a cult, but it's just a podcast.
Right, ignore the guys in robes.
So was Applewhite running VHSs on how much...
Hey, man, but at least everybody got a brand new pair of Nikes.
Just had to pay a sack for them.
Yeah, well, you know, they weren't using it anyways.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still. Ugh.
Hey,
Give
most
up my
people-
left nut for them Nike.
look, man, most people drop a bag on a pair of shoes anyways.
Will you stop laughing at his shitty jokes? And you... Yeah, listen.
I'm at the chat.
No,
Okay.
let's be honest. The only thing that's going on here is ever since you started this, Billy has walked around this house calling you leader. He's trying to get above me, but what he doesn't realize is he can't.
I'm
Because-
only trying to show glory to our glorious leader.
Listen, you little brown noser.
You know, I would like to point out, though, that I do have the Dream 3-pack right here in the house. I have a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead.
Look, after the discussion we all had this morning, I don't want to hear anything about a dream pack.
Just saying.
I hate fear.
I'm watching our numbers go up and down and up and down and up and down.
Like, hey, this
The
is
fuck
me.
are they talking about?
Nope, I'm out.
Oh, no, red.
No.
Blonde brunette and a redhead walk into a room.
And I'm gone.
It's breakfast.
That's what it feels like.
The blonde gets scared and leaves.
The redhead don't give a fuck. She'll stay through anything.
As long as you're feeding the brunette, he doesn't care either.
I'm...
Oh, you're the blonde.
Yeah, you're the blonde.
Oh.
And the fact that you didn't know.
Just cements it.
Sad day.
Oh, we got a few minutes before I got to go to our first break, and I did want to say something. So I had told you that this is a story. So because I can't drink alcohol, Ollie had picked up ginger beer for me. And when she brought it to the car, I smiled because I was happy to see it. The first drink, though, put an even bigger smile on my face. The reason she bought the ginger beer is because tomorrow is Christmas and there's wine in the house and everyone else can drink something. You know, so the ginger beer is a replacement for me. But the last time that I had ginger beer that I can clearly remember was sitting talking with somebody who is no longer with us. So I've mentioned this before. I did my own little stint in a state-sanctioned rubber room, and I made a friend while I was there.
That just sounds like a jailhouse.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
State-funded rubber room? I mean, either way, like, you can't... Anyways, I was in the loony bin, and I made friends. And I made friends with my roommate, actually. He was a really nice guy. He was from New Zealand and had moved to America, and specifically Michigan, because he fell in love with a woman who lived here.
America, you're crazy. Bye.
No, he'd been here for a while. But his issue is that because of the type of work that he did, he was in construction and roofing and whatnot, his feet were all fucked up. He had something called tarsal tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sounds exactly like what it is. It's carpal tunnel of the feet. And it was a severe case. And he was in a lot of pain, and he was on pain meds, and he was getting tired of the pain meds. He wanted to find out what was actually going wrong, because all they kept doing is pumping him full of drugs and pumping him full of drugs, and he was getting sick from the drugs.
Welcome to the American healthcare system.
Yeah. And so the story that he told me, and this was corroborated later by his wife and kids, is that he was in the ER because he was in a lot of pain. And when they said, well, all we can do is give you drugs, he got pissed off, and he was like, well, I might as well kill myself if you can't actually help me. And because of the way the laws are, the minute you say that,
you get thrown in the loony bin.
You get a 72-hour hold.
Freedom of speech? What's that?
Yeah. So anyways, he was my roommate, and I was in there a week. And I was in there a week because after the 72-hour hold, they decided that they were going to try and keep me. Because I had an attitude.
You?
Yeah.
Attitude? No.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Yeah. Anyways, I ended up getting out of there, and he and I stayed in contact. And after we were out, about a month later, I had went to visit him at his house in Wyandotte. And while I was there, he had given me ginger beer because it was something that he enjoyed from, I guess it's popular in New Zealand or
yeah, it is.
And he was like, have you ever had ginger beer? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, there's no alcohol in it. And I was like, cool. He's like, you want to try it? Sure. And so, taking that first drink reminded me of sitting and talking with him, both of us ex-loony bin patients, and just trying to figure out what the fuck that whole thing was about. But I ended up finding out a year or two later, he ended up taking his own life. The pain was too much, and they weren't doing anything for him, and kind of don't blame him.
He was in so much pain he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, there's a point. I understand that, if you're feeling depressed and you want to talk to somebody, there's resources there. Hell, just listen until we end the show.
I'm surprised. Did it play beforehand?
No.
Okay. Usually it plays before and after. I'm not sure what plank he's trying to do there.
I don't know. But there are certain cases, we've had conversations about this before in the house, but I'm kind of okay with medically assisted suicide. I get the point behind it. I understand that there's sometimes you hit a point where it's like, why do you want to keep fighting? Cancer patients, terminally ill people that are like, well, you could still have 6 months. I don't want them. I don't want them.
If you're going to be in so much pain, you can't move. It's
some
a quality of life at that point.
Yeah, some people don't want the pain. Some people don't want to be the burden. They should have every right, in my opinion, to, take their own life should they choose. And to do so safely and medically. However, whatever. But yeah, like I said, I don't blame him. I understand the pain that he was in and how it was making him feel. And I get it. I do miss talking to him. Ross was his name. He was a good guy. But yeah, so that was my ginger beer story, and it was depressing. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well,
It's on trend.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Christmas, we've built it up to be this holly jolly, bright and colorful thing,
But it's not that for everybody.
it wasn't that in the beginning. Christmas was a time that you also told ghost stories. You know, Christmas had just as much spooky around it as Halloween did. You know, they're built from the same people. Halloween's a pagan holiday. Christmas is a pagan holiday.
So keep your Christ out of Christmas.
Yeah. There's no war on Christmas, just war on corporate Christmas.
That, because we've had this discussion too, is we prefer Yule anyway. It's celebrating the solstice.
You'll do what?
Anything.
We
I've
know,
heard.
Ari.
Oh, bastard.
We know. Oh, Billy, no. If that's true, I might as well just sleep on the couch upstairs so that you can have my place in bed.
I don't want it.
He does, apparently.
I don't care what he wants.
That's not a good cult leader.
Okay. Ask me if I care. No, you know what? I have nothing against it, but there better never be a man in my bed. Other than me.
Nice save.
I mean,
I've said this numerous times before. I'm okay with the idea of multiple partners in bed and whatnot, but my dick is the only one in my fantasy.
Yeah.
So if you're in my bed, guess whose fantasy you're riding?
that was a bad phrasing. The fact that you make yourself laugh.
I always make myself laugh. That's the whole point of it. Have y'all not figured this out yet? I do this for me. If y'all get a laugh out of it, great. You know, that's wonderful. But this is... I'm masturbating on air. Hands above the desk.
Can I just say the best part about this is when you say stuff like that, I hear the dog literally across the room go...
This.
Moose is disappointed.
My dog's like, this is my owner. This.
Should have stayed outside under them steps in Kentucky.
Oh, don't give me that. He is such a little daddy's boy.
He is.
Yeah, he wants to be.
There's only room in your heart for one thing in this world.
Yes,
and I know it's
one
not
furry
me.
creature.
No, one thing. At all.
Chocolate pie.
No, that's you. Oh, God.
That's room in his stomach.
Yeah, no.
The
Kiki.
cat. The cat
My
is
Kiki. It's my Kiki.
Even your cat's tried to attach to him, and he's like, I'm okay, I have my own.
No, thank you.
I mean, our cat's an asshole, so I don't blame you there.
No, it's just, I don't know. Me and Kitty have a weird bond. Like, I don't know why.
He's upstairs playing right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know why or how it happened, but me and the Kiki, we are on the same wavelength. I think it's because Moose doesn't respect my boundaries. I don't like a lot of physical touch to begin with.
Moose is like, you're laying down.
Yeah. The cat, on the other hand, he almost acts like he's asking permission when he comes over. Like, he'll sit there and he'll look at me, and he'll just sit there and wait for me to see him.
Yeah.
And I'll look at him and I'll say hi, and, you know, he'll perk up and come nuzzle on me, and then that's like, okay, we both have consented to physical touch here.
Consent.
Moose, on the other hand, is, hi, how you doing?
Moose will just rape you for love.
Basically. He just... My favorite thing is when you...
You ever been moose raped? I have.
Oh, no.
We all have.
My favorite thing is in the morning when Chris, like, first wakes up, Moose realizes he's awake and will crawl, like slow crawl up to bed while he's stretching, and then will crawl. He will crawl up on Chris's chest and then nuzzle underneath his beard. I'm like, good morning, Dad.
The cat realizes I'm awake, picks his head up, looks at me like, you good? I look back, yeah, I'm good. Cat lays back down.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going up the stairs.
And then he's up there with you. That's only because he wants in the bathroom because he's a whore for water. He wants you to turn the faucet on in the sink so he can lay there and drink it.
Maybe he's trying to protect you. Like a good Kiki.
That would seem more the case because the water seems to be a very much secondary concern as of these days. He is making he'll sit by the door or he'll sit by my feet and look at the door.
There's a danger?
Since Mars moved in.
Does he think Mars is going to attack you for using the bathroom?
I don't know, but I've noticed the trend in how he handles our bathroom trips now, and it's
that cat's always gone with you to the bathroom.
He's always gone with me to the bathroom, but the
Never
behavior now,
guard,
yeah. Because Mars will beat at the door until he can get it pushed open slightly and put his head in, and then he'll see Kite and slink away.
Yeah.
So, all right, so here we go. You're going to get interview roulette with Mark Christopher Lawrence. You're going to get a song from me, a song from the Chichillionaires, and a song from Carmel Liberty. Merry Christmas. I don't hope your tree burns down. You're listening to the Odd Pod on Tap Detroit, and we'll be back after this. Bye!
Now it's time for our Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to Bryce Rogers, Tiki, Billy Yum, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. Welcome to Ann F. for joining the Cult of Odd Plus. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/cultofvod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
A new year is almost upon us. A chance at new beginnings, new affirmations and a new you. Don't you want a new you? Isn't the old you tired, hopeless and full of toxicity that needs to be purged? We can help, we can make you better. We only require permission, consent to letting us in, and we'll show you a whole new you. Stay tuned, we'll be here, waiting, watching, for you to make the right choice. The only choice there is. Join us. Join us and you'll never be alone again. We promise.
Let's do interview roulette.
Yes.
And you picked 5 numbers before we got started with this. And the first question that you picked, what is the worst smell you have ever smelt?
Vomit.
Vomit?
Yeah, I was working many years ago at this club in Santa Maria, and this lady on the front row hurls in the middle of my set. And I was like, boy, talk about commentary. But it's like, I don't know what she had eaten, what she drank. The smell of it made me retch. I was So now I'm a sympathetic puker. You puke, I puke.
Well,
I can't be that friend that holds your hair because now you got vomit on your neck.
What horror fiction character scares you the most?
Wow. I believe it's the last movie that made me jump was with Jamie Lee Curtis. What was that? Was that Halloween?
Halloween Kills.
Yeah, not the last, but before the remake.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so like in the 80s.
Yeah, okay.
I was on a date and I did look at my watch and get my arm up and settle for about 2 seconds, and something happened and I jumped and my forearm hit the back of her head. And people behind us were laughing, and I was laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing the rest of the movie. It's like throughout the movie, it's like I go, just started cracking up. And needless to say, they didn't go well.
You know, when you forearm the back of their head, they kind of don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like the forearm on the back of the head.
Although I will say, on the first night my wife and I spent together, I threw her into a cement wall by accident, and she still married me. So
maybe it was a concussion.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, honestly. Are you a superhero movie fan?
Yeah, I like superhero movies.
What's your favorite superhero movie?
I got to go with Iron Man.
Yeah?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, solid choice.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you pull your own heart out, put something else in there.
Right. Yeah. And to be honest, Robert Downey Jr. is like the perfect Tony Stark.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's hard for me to think that there's going to be somebody else doing it.
There won't be.
Oh, they're not going to do it?
They won't be Tony Stark.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, well, you got to remember with comics, they change people out every so often, story arcs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And with the way Marvel is doing things right now, opening up the multiverse, anybody could play any role at this point because it's the multiverse.
Mm-hmm. So I probably need a role. I probably need one of those Marvel roles. Hey, Marvel, if you're listening.
Yeah, hire Mark Christopher Lawrence. I could see him as a superhero.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. If you could play a superhero, who would you want to play?
Ooh.
Or villain, if that's your thing.
I would love to play a villain. I don't know who in specific. I would want to create a new villain, I think. Somebody that hasn't been seen before. Somebody that's like a serial killer kind of guy. How they always say they're so quiet and so nice. Like Lithgow on Dexter.
Yeah.
First time you see him, he bring this lady's puppy back. Oh, we found him, and next time you see her, she's bleeding out in the tub. Well. Somebody that's sinister. You see him, and it's like, oh, he seems like a really nice guy, but there's something odd about it. That's who I want to play.
Time to start writing.
Right.
What song is important to you and you would want to be used to remember you?
Worth. It's a gospel song by I want to say Anthony Hamilton, but that name might be wrong. And it's you thought I was worth saving, so you came change my life. You thought I was worth keeping, and you cleaned me up inside. Thought I was to die for. So you sacrificed your life so I could be free, so I can be whole, and I can tell everyone I know that.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Last question for interview roulette. What gives you the creeps?
Spiders.
Yeah, arachnophobia?
It's not so much that I'm afraid of spiders. They're just sneaky. They get in your clothes and they'll crawl in your mouth and in your ears. And, just spiders give me the creeps.
That's fair. My wife is the same way. She's gotten better over the years, especially being with me, because I'm just like a live and let live type policy.
Yeah.
I saw a meme on the internet a while back that was like, what if the change you find in the couch is actually rent or from the spiders trying to pay rent? And I was just like, oh man, I've been killing my tenants. But no, I have a very much live and let live policy with the spiders. I don't mind them. Every so often while I'm sitting here in my studio, one will drop down and I'll just look at it like, hey, he gets a little too close to the equipment. I just blow him away.
Yeah, they kind of creep out. I was in Australia once, and
that's the worst place to be afraid of spiders.
10 most deadly spiders, 10 of the most deadly snakes, sharks. Any given thing can kill you there.
Yeah.
But every day you have to shake out your clothes, make sure there's nothing in there. It's like
I lived in Arizona for a little bit, and we had a horrible black widow infestation. That was the only time that I was creeped out by spiders, is because they were on our back porch, they were on our front porch of the apartment complex, and there was bunches of them, and I'm just like, I don't want to live here anymore.
Yeah, creepy spiders are creepy.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with me and go through the interview process with me. Again, you said you've got some comedy dates coming up, and we'll make sure we link to your website, markchristopherlawrence.com.
And all my social media is on the website.
Any movie that you're working on that you can give us something about, or?
I have something coming up. I think we're scheduled to probably shoot around March. It's called Lying Together.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not shout or he'll know where you hide. Zombie Claus is coming to town. He's eating a wrist and chewing it twice. A little fresh brain with peppers, quite nice. Zombie Claus is coming to town. He eats you when you're sleeping. He buys when you're awake. He chews if you've been bad or good. So just hide, for goodness sakes. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not shout or he'll know where you hide. Zombie Claus is coming to town. Sleeping, he bites when you're awake. He chews if you've been bad or good. So just hide, for goodness sake. He's coming for you. He's coming for each and every one of you little boys and girls out there listening right now. He's going to sneak in through your back door tonight and show on your face. That's right, you Billy, you Tina, you too, Christopher, especially you, David. Good! Doing that with your sister's Barbies. That's just wrong, and you didn't even wash them off. He's coming for you most of all. And he's gonna start at your toes and chew his way to the top. He's gonna gnaw on your ankles and your thighs. He's gonna eat his way up through your stomach, eat your spine. He's gonna crack your brain open like an egg, and he's just gonna chew, chew, chew like a little train.
We are the Chinchillionaires from the shores of St. Clair, St. Clair Shores, Michigan. And when we're feeling odd, which is much of the time, we listen to The Odd Pod on tapdetroit.com. We want... Oh, come on! I don't care. You're cleaning that up.
I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer, have a cup of cheer, have a cup of cheer.
Sunrise calling us all. I hear my Grammy talking out in the hall. Our whole family getting ready for Christmas Day. Oh yeah. Surprise, the paper is torn. It's the day that a Savior was born. My little Grammy in the corner just slipping away. She sat there in a rocking chair, thinking and drinking from a cup of cheer. That's how we did it way back in the holidays. Youngins running all over the place, my two-timing uncle just stuck in his face. That's how we did it way back in the holidays. A child of the mountain fog, ran a distillery down by the bog. All the people in the holler called her a witch, a tisk tisk. She made medicine and made a brewed mushroom tea. Whiskey shine and she taught it to me. And to this day I'm a hard drinking son of a bitch. Yeehaw! She's sitting there in a rocking chair, thinking and drinking from a cup of cheer. That's how we did it way back in the holidays. Youngest running all over the place. My two-timing uncle just stuffed in his face. That's how we did it way back in the holidays. Boogie, 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 woo. She in the backwoods cooking up a brew. Gripping on, sipping on a cup full of 100 proof. Boogie, 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 boo. We dance by the light of the moon, in the Christmas spirit conjured up by that old voodoo. She's sitting there in a rocking chair, thinking and drinking from a cup of cheer. That's how we did it way back in the holidays. Youngins running all over the place. My two-timing uncle just stuffing his face. That's how we did it way back in the holidays.
Are you tired of incense that stinks? Motor City Candleworks is Metro Detroit's #1 source for premium handmade incense, as well as hand sanitizer and now massage oil, with a wide array of scents inspired by Michigan cities and attractions. You're sure to find a fragrance that'll keep your love of the mitten burning all year round. Head to MotorCityCandleworks.com and order yours today. And make sure you find them on Facebook, too, for all of their upcoming sales and events. Motor City Candleworks. Michigan handmade scents that just make sense.
That smell. The kind of smelly smell.
It's time for seasonal beer and holiday cheer. Come on, everybody, gather round. They'll be dancing and singing, those sleigh bells are ringing, and everyone you love is in town. So for those who don't call you on Christmas, tell them to go stuff a stocking. Everyone knows they'll get nothing but coal when Santa Claus comes a-knocking. Oh, holiday, schmoliday, wish they would call a day. Don't worry, you're not alone. Oh, you've been waiting all year to celebrate here with all the good people you know. Been waiting on kisses, on presents, on wishes, and maybe a little bit of snow. But be careful, remember last time when you gave Rudolph too much wine. Dancer and Blitzen ran off and went missing, and Comet and Cupid resigned. Oh, holiday, schmoliday, reindeer, a walladay. Don't worry, never again. So if you're thinking of staying at home to have Christmas all on your own, well, you'd better answer the phone, because I won't let you spend it alone. Oh, holiday, schmoliday, reindeer, a walladay. Wish they would call a day. You'll have a ball a day. Everyone's drunken and jolly, good golly, it's Christmas. Everyone's drunken and jolly. Everyone's drunken drunken and jolly. Everyone's drunken and jolly. Good golly, it's crazy.
Hi, it's me again. Are you tired of not fitting in? Do you long to be part of a group, to give yourself over to a collective energy greater than your own? You're welcome here. You're worthy. We already love you. Let our love in, embrace the unknown and give into the magnetic pull of our leader. Our leader. He loves you, just the way you are. Join us. We are many. We are one. We are love and devotion. You will never be lonely again. Your family may not understand and accept you, but we will. Our love is pure and just. We have been waiting for you. Find us. Join us. Become us.
Join the cult of Odd.
And we're back.
With our tinfoil hats.
Join the cult of Odd. You can find it on every social media platform that you could think of right now. We also have a Reddit, r/cult of Odd.
Oh, so God, that's not good. That's not good.
I wanted to...
Look at
Is that on the link tree?
I don't know. No, it's not. But it's not that important to be on the link tree just yet.
Gotcha.
Oh, no.
But I will say this, that if people message me that they have signed up, I am looking for admins and moderators and stuff like that. So if you're one of the first to join, there's a good chance that you'll get picked if you so want that. But it also means...
I'm a little busy right now.
You want to be an admin and a mod? So r/cult of Odd. And all you got to do is email us. The show has a new email. It is
sorry,
cultofodd@gmail.com. That'll be changing. The website will be changing too. We're going to do away with everything that ties us to the Odd Pod. The only thing that hasn't changed yet is my TikTok.
Because that's because you have to wait a while.
Yeah, and if I can't get Cult of Odd TikTok, like if someone snakes me to it for whatever reason, I mean, realistically, I could have just started a new one. I don't have that many followers on the Odd Pod one right now anyways. So, there it is. Join us. Become a member of the Cult of Odd.
There is the Cult of Odds.
Yeah.
There is Cult of Todd. And then it's cult food.
Yeah. So, everything will, like I said, will switch over. And we will be the Cult of Odd moving forward. Which means, too, episode titles will change. Before it was So-and-so enters the Odd Pod. And now...
So-and-so joined the Cult of Odd.
Well, actually, I think... I'm torn. Because I think that would be cool.
So-and-so enters the compound.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't use that word.
Oh. It's a little long for an episode title, but so-and-so joins the Cult of Odd and plays interview roulette.
No.
It's long, but my brain went to so many great images.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, we're going to talk about Christmas and some of the lesser-known facts and some of the weird traditions and stuff from around the world. Plus, we've got the rest of our normal craziness that we talk about.
There's normal craziness because every week it seems to get weirder.
Well, that's kind of by design. Your fun-size version is going to be a little bit bigger than normal, so don't worry. We're not... I know...
giving you a little extra fun for the holidays.
Yeah. An incentive to come join the Cult of Odd.
I don't like the look that just crossed Ari's face.
We're going to jingle the your bells.
Also, you can jingle ours. You want to jingle our bells?
I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to get caught under the mistletoe with me. The 7 most terrifying Christmas traditions from around the world. One of them is getting caught under the mistletoe with me. Of course, this one has gained popularity in the last few years. We're talking about Krampus. It is a European tradition.
Yeah.
In many European countries, St. Nicholas has a companion who acts as a negative counterpart. St. Nick is the benevolent good cop, and Krampus is the bad cop. He's a demonic half-goat monster with horns and a long tongue. He drags chains behind him as he walks and rattles them ominously. Wasn't he
Sounds
a character on WWE? I swear I remember seeing this gimmick.
This just sounds like someone that walks out of the BDSM club.
That joke was for Hootis, by the way. That joke was specifically for Hootis. Merry Christmas, Hootis. That is my gift to you.
A rough wrestling reference?
Yeah, is that joke specifically.
I have a question for you.
I might have an answer. I'm in the middle of doing a show here. What the hell do you want?
Reddit's asking a question, and Ari didn't know how to answer it, and neither do I.
What?
Does Cultivar discuss or reference entertainment or games involving sex? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I've talked about playing the Leisure Suit Larry games.
True. That's weird.
And I do.
That's weird.
No, it's because they're trying to decide whether or not we need a not safe for work handle.
We do.
No, because if we have a not safe for work handle, we can be semi not safe for work, but if we get that label, there's some things I can't do.
Aw, damn.
Because they usually have follow-up questions.
They just did.
Yeah.
Recreational drug use.
Yep. They have questions, but then they have qualifiers to those questions. When I went through and answered them, I had those questions, but the qualifiers I was able to answer in a way that
Reddit, stay out of my business.
fits us more, because like we're not promoting excessive drug use.
News and stuff like that.
Yeah, we talk about that stuff. We talk about games. We talk about, a bunch of different stuff. So it does cover it, but we're not specifically focused on that. So if you're asked those questions by Reddit, think before you answer. Anyways, Krampus, he carries a birch whip, a piece of birch to whip bad children, and sometimes a basket or a sack for kidnapping them. This sounds like a lot of European people didn't want their kids and made them disappear.
I'm sorry, I can't. All right.
What?
You want to say it again? Nope. She said, Daddy, sorry.
Harder, Daddy.
No!
The Eve of St. Nicholas, December 5th, is Kropfschnatt.
Oh, I think you butchered that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of crump stuff.
Hordes of Krampuses march through Alpine towns in elaborate, sinister costumes. In recent years, the Krampus's tendency to go on drunken rampages, getting in fights, and destroying property has become a bit of a problem.
Billy, what if we told you? You're not supposed to go out and cause issues.
Look, it's one night a year, and I don't do it drunk.
You know, the first night he ever did it, he ran out of the house screaming the wrong thing. He ran out of the house screaming, Rumspringer!
Aww.
One day a year, I am allowed out of the house. That's it.
There's a reason we have a lock on our door. It's fully deadbolted. It's not to keep people out.
It's to keep them in.
It's to keep the monster.
Don't you want to join us?
None of us.
Don't worry, our razor wire faces inside the property.
Yep, it's true.
Oh, no.
Come on in. Frau Percha is Austrian and Bavaria, from Austria and Bavaria. Frau Percha is a witch who comes to see who has been naughty or nice. She slits the bellies of bad children and stuffs their corpses with straws. Cool, scarecrows.
I knew she would like that.
Well, she missed me.
It's sort of like Santa bringing coal, but, with disembowelment.
It's beginning to look a lot like...
Just don't eat any of the sausage you get for Christmas.
Summer sausage was those naughty children.
I don't like it here anymore.
Mary Lou. This one comes from Wales. Imagine it's New Year's Eve. You're a small Welsh child and you hear a knock on the door. You open it. Looming over you is a creature with a horse's skull, wearing a long, billowing cloak and trailed by people chanting. In the horse's eye cavities are fake eyeballs. The mouth is slightly ajar. You're paralyzed in terror. As you wet yourself in fear, adults around you wish each other a happy new year. That just sounds like an Eyes Wide Shut party that you woke up on.
What if we told you about leaving the house?
They said horse's skull, okay?
Come on!
They said horse's skull.
So you found a child at the end of the night, then?
Horse's skull.
I hate it. This is weird. Join us.
One of us.
Join our particular brand of insanity.
Grilla the Yule Cat. This one comes from Iceland. Gryla, I'm going to say is probably closer to how it's supposed to be pronounced, is a giant ogre who lives in a cave. During Christmas, she emerges to hunt for children, which she kidnaps, takes to her cave, and cooks in a vat of stew.
It's out of my swamp.
Gryla has a variety of companions, including the Yule Lads, her 13 unruly troll children, large adult son. And I can't pronounce this name to save my life, so we're just going to go with the Yule Cat.
Oh, nope.
Oh my god, I think Smosh did something to do with the Yule Lads once.
I can't even... you put it in chat.
The Yule Lads sounds like a shitty YouTuber name.
Look in the chat for the name he refuses to try to pronounce on air because it'll be wrong.
There's no way that I could even begin to think of how to pronounce that.
Gibberish.exe.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ari might be able to get it. She's good at these type of random things. She also might fail miserably at it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I know the J is ya. So it would be like Yol.
Yolhotaturn.
Like Yol,
Yeah.
Yolakaturin.
Yeah. Yule Cat.
It's
Yule
not though
Cat.
because their letters don't mean the same.
Yeah. Did you think that Yule Cat might sit on your lap and, as you open gifts, playing with the wrapping paper and contributing to the overall atmosphere of cozy Christmas? Wrong. The Yule Cat is terrifying, like Satan, walking among us like a roaming lion, seeking whom he may devour. The massive Yule Cat lopes through the town in dark, peering into the lighted windows of children's bedrooms. The only way to save yourself from being eaten is to show him you've got clothes for Christmas, because you were good this year. If you didn't get any new clothes, you leave out old clothes and hope to God they meet his standards.
That's just Mr. Johnson from up the street. Somebody needs to put him back on the registry.
You get your piggly sumbitch back here.
Oh, no.
Looking for the paper boy.
Pronunciation. I ain't gonna try it, though.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Oh. Hans Trop. This is from a region of France. According to Alsatian lore, Hans Trapp was a local man renowned for his greed and unscrupulousness. He used witchcraft and deals with the devil to become rich. After being excommunicated from the Catholic Church, he lost his wealth and social standing. He took to roaming the countryside disguised as a scarecrow. At some point, Hans Trapp became consumed with the idea of tasting human flesh. He lured This doesn't even taste like Five Guys.
No!
It was only 3.
Yeah.
Come on, that already got you banned from Facebook once. Can we not make that joke again?
He lured a shepherd boy to his death, then cooked him over a fire. Before Hans Trapp could take his first bite, however, God, finally feeling that things had gone too far, struck him with lightning.
That was too far?
Hans Trapp died, but he returned sometimes on Christmas to go from door to door looking for young, tasty children.
So wait, killing the kid wasn't bad enough.
That doesn't.
He has to wait until he tries to eat him.
You know, I'm not sure that's as scary as it seems, because I'm just picturing Dan Schneider.
See, I was going more with what happens when Bezos finally falls.
What? No, Mr. Brown.
The Kilikanzarian. This is Greece, Bulgaria, Serbia, and Turkey. The Kilikazarian are goblins who spend most of the year underground trying to bring about the apocalypse.
Nice.
Dude, I'm a mythical Christmas creature.
One of us.
One of us. During Advent, they come out on human territory to cause mischief and evil. They are sometimes described as black furry creatures with tusks and horns. They usually are male and are grotesquely well endowed. I don't have tusks or horns.
That we can see.
I live underground and I am quite hairy. And I wouldn't say I'm actively trying to bring about the apocalypse, just rooting it on from the stands. Yes, I know you can order them. I don't need them. Pierre Fitard. I'm butchering most of these because I don't...
That's okay. You should go read the chat. Who just needs a good smack on the face?
I don't see the lie, though.
Let's see. Wait, he got excommunicated from the church and they're still preying on young boys to fuck. What's a priest? Always a priest.
Aww.
No lies detected.
That's... Some habits are just hard to break, okay?
Truth.
Habit, huh? Nice little... I saw what you did there, and I love that one. That was good.
Pierre Fitard was a butcher. He and his wife kidnapped, robbed, and killed wealthy children. Then carved up their bodies and hid them in salting barrels. St. Nicholas discovered the crime and brought the children back to life. As a punishment, he forced Pierre Fitard into bondage as his eternal cannibal manservant. He follows St. Nick around dealing with the problem children.
Yes, Daddy?
Sorry.
Like, that's all I...
Look, all I'm saying is, I don't think he was necessarily wrong. Rich children tend to be brats. And every brat needs to get punished.
I mean, no lies detected.
It got real quiet in your subject, guys.
No lies detected. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hate it here. I didn't ask to be called out.
Unfortunately, some brats just need to be punished.
All.
That's the quiet I was looking for.
If you want to hear the whole interview,
And we know that you do.
head to our Patreon to become a
Cult of Odd.
member today. You'll get access to
Our love.
full interviews, videos and more.
More than you can ever imagine. Join us now.